Yo, what up, world? It's Prime Suspect here. Nomadz Entertainment, hold it down. This is the Maddness. This is how we do it all day, every day. My name is Prime Suspect. This is DJ Dragon, and Non-Steezy couldn't be here. You know, he's doing his thing, hustling hard. That's how we do it all day, every day. Check the website, www. I said the extra W, didn't I?
Too many W's. How many beers did you have so far?
www.nomadsent.com. Check the website. Check us on MySpace, myspace.com/Nomadz Entertainment. No space between the Nomadz Entertainment.
Yeah, check it out.
So this is, last podcast I was wrong. I said it was podcast 28. No, I think I said it was podcast 27 when it was 28. So this, I think.
Yeah, so since when were you ever right? So.
I'm pretty sure this is podcast number 29. So it's how we doing it. Podcast, Videocast. It's how we roll. We got Dragon over there drinking the Heineken. Got me over here drinking the Corona. That's how we do it.
Product placement.
Pay us.
Pay us, bitches. Well, speaking of, product placement and, people wanting to get money out of shit like that.
Oh, so this has been a story that I've been reading on the blogs and on the websites and whatnot. Basically, Apple, which created the iPod, but that's not the only music player out there.
Yeah, there's actually a lot of music players out there that's way better than the iPod.
Do you know, not to kind of get off subject, but do you know that I've spoken to some people and I've told them about the show, and they're like, oh, I can't listen to your show, I don't have an iPod. You know what I'm saying? So we need to educate these people, and you as our listeners also need to educate these people that you don't have to have an iPod to listen to our show.
Exactly. It's just a simple MP3. Like nowadays, anything plays MP3s. Even my motherfucking watch plays MP3s. Come on now.
My car radio plays MP3s. You can listen to the show from the website. I know a lot of people do that while they're at work. I personally listen to the show. I listen to the show. I like to critique myself. I listen to the show while at work.
Because you're a lowlife. You got nothing else better to do. But you can also peep it on YouTube. We got a page up on YouTube. All our shows, all our video casts are up on there. So you can peep it there. You also going to see our shit up on MySpace,
Word up.
This guy over here loves posting bulletins about bullshit. So I know he's going to post one up with our show in there. So you guys can peep it.
Word up to that. So Apple, the creator of the iPod, which is not the only music player out there, but
it's just the most popular and most people jump on the bandwagon. So that's why
they have started suing companies that use the word pod. There's this one company that had some type of software that was named iPodder. They sued them. And the thing is, they don't really have a patent on it. But when you have a big company that's making billions and billions of dollars sue you, even though they don't have a real right, they don't own a patent to it yet, they can afford to sue you. They have the money.
They can do it, and then the other person will just back out.
Money because they have no money. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how far can you go when you're, Joe Schmo? You know what I'm saying? Like a little company. But I'm thinking about that, and that makes me think. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we do a podcast and a video cast, and is Apple going to come to podcasters like us and tell us that, hey, if you want to use the term podcast, then you're gonna have to pay us a license, whatever.
That's bullshit. I like to see Apple try. Let them see it come through the hood, trying to serve us up.
We're gonna be calling our podcast.
Well, actually, it's called an audio cast.
An audio cast.
That's exactly what it is, and a video cast. So.
But audio cast doesn't sound good. Podcast is a lot better than audio cast.
Yeah, I know, but actually, like a lot of people, believe it or not, actually think that Apple was the one who invented podcasting.
Exactly. I was talking to somebody about that today.
Yeah, like they didn't invent it. Like I was up on fucking podcast even before Apple jumped on it. Like I already had everything set up, so where Apple was gonna release it like a couple months down the line, I had everything set up where as soon as they released it, we had our show up.
I mean, we've done
iTunes didn't.
We've done internet radio before, but the thing with internet radio is you have to.
Don't worry about your phone, man. They can call back later.
Leave voicemail. It's not Steezy.
Oh,
not Steezy. What's up? You're live on the air. What's up? Say what's up to the people. Say what's up.
So what up, man? Jesus.
So we're doing a podcast right now.
Nice.
Say so. We told them that you couldn't be here. It was an unfortunate thing, but you have prior obligations.
Yeah, I'm sleeping.
Yeah, he's hustling hard in that bed.
I tried to, I tried to make it,
Real.
So we were talking about podcasting, and we were talking that Apple is.
Are we trying to do like a phone interview here?
I don't
like,
know.
see what the man wants. Like, yo, what's the deal?
Well, I want to ask his opinion about this.
Okay, go ahead.
So we were talking about Apple, and Apple is suing companies that are using the word pod in their product. There was this one company that made a software that for people that didn't really know how to make podcasts. It was called iPodder, and they sued them because it had the word pod in it. And I brought this to Dragons. I brought this to light. Where do you think Apple is going to start going to podcasters like us and saying, because you call your broadcast a podcast, you have to pay us a licensing fee? Do you think that's going to happen?
I don't think they're gonna get that serious. I just think it's gonna be. They're gonna do a company to make.
Wah, 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 wah.
And go after individuals that use it to record shows and stuff like that. That would just be a waste of time.
All right, we don't understand half a word you said, bro.
Seriously, what they gonna get from us? A Heineken or something?
A Corona.
Yo, we holler back at you nonstop, man. We'll try to finish the show real quick.
Non-steezy.
Oh, my bad, non-steezy. We'll hit you back up.
Ayo. So,
well, anyways, I don't think they would come after like regular podcasters like us because, we're the ones who's giving them content. They're not gonna come after you, and try to get money off of you if you're one of the main reasons why people are using iTunes to get podcasts.
That is true. Personally, I wouldn't. You have an iTunes account, but you have to have an iTunes account in order to upload your stuff, upload the show.
Yeah, you have to have an iTunes account to upload stuff and to like download music and shit like that.
So have you ever bought anything?
Hell no.
So what do they need if you?
You just need an account just so you can like set up the iTunes feed and set up like podcasts and shit like that. But I personally never bought any music off iTunes. Well, before I download shit for free off of BitTorrent.
I don't condone go downloading.
Shut the fuck up. As soon as those cameras turn off, he goes run out of that computer, download shit for free all day long.
I plead the fifth, America. I plead the fifth.
Well, anyways, I don't think they would come after us, They're probably just going after these smaller companies, whatever, so they can just keep the name Pod and iPod strictly with Apple. But I don't think they'll come after podcasters.
I can understand. I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. I think, what to me pod means? I don't think it's an iPod. I think it's a personal on-demand service.
No.
I'm only kidding. That's cool.
Yes,
but I don't know.
I said, they didn't invent podcasts. This shit's been out for like almost a year before iTunes jumped on the bandwagon.
But the thing is, people didn't call it podcasting before the iPod came out.
Well, I think they did call it podcasting.
No, they didn't.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive. Where would they get the word pod from? From where?
Because the main reason why, I think some guy who made it famous, I think his name was Adam Curry, whatever.
Yeah, but he didn't call it podcasting.
Yeah, I think it was called podcasting because it downloaded, and most people have iPods. So they downloaded it onto the iPod so they could go around listening to it.
So because they downloaded to the iPod and he named it iPod.
Exactly.
Because of Apple.
Exactly.
Because of the Apple iPod.
Because of the Apple iPod. Yeah, same way if like, let's say one of those iRivers, let's say if iPod never jumped, then...
River casting?
Yeah, it would have been called Rivercasting. Or that new Microsoft thing, the Zune or the Zuni, whatever. It would have been called a Zunicast.
No, it's called Zoom, not
Or
Zoom.
it would have been called a Zoomcast. There you go. The only reason why he called it podcast because he mainly downloaded it and everybody else he knew downloaded it onto the iPod because that's the most popular player out and they listen to it on it.
Right.
So them motherfuckers didn't invent this shit.
Well, I hope we don't get sued.
Well, they have to serve you to get sued. I'd like to see them come through my hood try to serve me. We'll see what happens.
Jack is hard over here, yo. He about to fuck some Apple executives up.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick Steve Jobs' ass. Anyway, next topic.
So, we all knew this was gonna happen. I said this a year ago, and I knew it was gonna happen. I knew it was a publicity stunt.
Publicity
stunt. That's
There
what I
you
said.
go. Good job. Hooked on phonics work for you.
I knew it was a stunt. Yeah, I knew. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're making that much money, it's not gonna happen. So,
bro, put your phone away. We're handling business.
So,
here.
if you don't know, if you haven't heard, Jay-Z is coming out with another album. It's no surprise to me. I really don't think it's a surprise to you.
Nope.
It was all
no
a
way in
stunt.
hell he was gonna retire. He was
It
like
was
at
a
his
stunt,
prime.
yo. It was a stunt. You know what it was a stunt for? So people can run out and get his last album. You know what I mean?
People would have still ran out and got his last album
granted,
anyways.
It was a stunt. It was a stunt, man. And whatever, yo. I've always said, I'm not saying I don't like his music. I like his music.
You just hate on Jay-Z
But
big time.
People give him way too much credit, yo.
Because he
And
deserves the
people
credit.
are starting to realize that shit.
He deserves the credit. He's a good rapper.
Like,
He's a
what's the
good
name
MC.
of his album? What's the name of his album?
Name of the album he's coming out with is called Kingdom Come.
And what is that based off of?
Okay, for all you nerds out there, Kingdom Come is the name of a comic book from DC. Is when Superman retired, and then he comes back out of retirement. So that's why he chose the name, because supposedly he's Superman and he's coming back out of
Whatever,
retirement.
yo. People are starting to realize that people give Jay-Z too much credit. DMX, Method Man.
Well, that's on a whole different subject, though. It's not pertaining to his music.
Oh, but it is. It's pertaining to his music. It's pertaining to just how he is. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No. That's the difference between music
Yeah,
and
yeah.
handling his business.
No, but they all go hand in hand. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yes.
No, music
Yes.
and handling
Nah,
business
bro.
is two different things.
It's not only handling
Music is
No,
an
listen,
art form.
listen.
Wait. Stop. Hold on.
Hold on.
No.
Hold on.
Okay,
Hold
you
on.
talk. Go ahead.
Music, handling your business, and your lifestyle go hand in hand. If one thing changes, another thing is going to affect that. You know what I'm saying? So his lifestyle and the way he lives his life, and you know what I'm saying, the way he runs his business affects his music. I'm not saying that it's bad music, but it's not Jay-Z 1996. It's not Jay-Z 1997. It's not Jay-Z 1998.
So you telling me that Black Album wasn't fire?
I didn't say it wasn't hot. I did not say it wasn't hot.
What I'm trying to say is, who cares about the way he handles business and the way his music is? His music is an art form.
Right.
Handling business is not an art form.
Tell me what DMX said.
Okay. He was pissed off, like pretty much everyone on Def Jam, like you said, Method Man, LL Cool J are kind of mad at the way they're being handled at Def Jam, the way, Jay-Z's handling business. And then not too long ago, DMX said he was talking shit about Jay-Z, about like how he changed. Beyonce pretty much changed him. He's walking around in flip-flops. And since when did thugs rock flip-flops, So
I mean, like you have to realize, like, Method Man just came out with the album, and that shit, I haven't seen any press on it
because it was garbage. You heard it?
No, I didn't.
I downloaded it a couple days ago, and this shit was garbage.
The FCC is coming after DJ Dragon.
Hey, come and get me, motherfucker.
At least it's not the government show today.
Yeah, at least. Well, anyways, That album was garbage. LL Cool J, since when did he drop
you're the biggest hater, bro.
Since when did LL Cool J drop a hot album?
Yeah, I mean, but LL Cool J, he's for the ladies. The ladies like LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you won't see no thug dude.
And since when do you see ladies, you know, going out and fucking buying CDs like that?
Girls do that. Females do that. You know what I'm saying?
No, they don't. They ask their boyfriends to burn a CD for them. That's what they do.
But you're the biggest hater when it comes to. You're the biggest.
No,
critic.
I'm a critic. I will say that.
Unless it's freaking MOP.
No. It has to be good quality music. If it's not good quality music, I'm gonna hate on it. Sorry. It's just the way I am.
So I haven't listened to the album, but I mean, Method Man has a proven track record
of having garbage albums. He only had one hot album so far. His first one. The rest of them has been garbage.
Nah, they've been alright.
Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, your homework is you're gonna listen to the album, and then next week you're gonna give us a critique on the album. What you think? All right, so we'll do that.
So so basically Method Man and LL Cool J, they're just saying that they don't like the way that he's running the business, and they don't like what he's doing to their projects, basically. Yeah,
pretty much. Like, they're saying that, you know, back in the day, you can just walk up into Def Jam, you know, say what's up to Maya Cohen, you know, just, you know, politic like that. Nowadays, you can't even do that. You gotta, you know, come in, set an appointment, blah, blah, blah. And the albums aren't being handled right. Things ain't being handled right, so.
Because Jay-Z is, whatever, yo, he's fucking overwhelmed, and that's another thing. That was a publicity stunt. Him being named the fucking president of Def Jam. Come on, give me a fucking.
Of course, they wanted to put him up there, so hopefully they'll sell more Def Jam albums.
Yeah, exactly. That's why. He's not a fucking businessman.
Why? Because he needed Dame Dash for it?
Exactly.
Boy, you on Dame Dash's dick, man.
Nah, man.
How much is he paying you?
Dame Dash dirty, man. Anyway, hold on. Talking about Lyle Cohen, what is he doing now?
Scrubbing toilets somewhere. I don't know.
And Kevin was Kevin Lyles? What's he doing now? Isn't Kevin Lyles with Arista?
I have no idea.
If you know the answer to that question, it's on the email. Contact
at nomaddsent.com.
There you go. Oh, by the way, if you don't know, our website is www.nomaddsent.com, and we have forums on there, and blogs, and pictures. Oh, and by the way, we're going to start having the beauty of the month pretty soon. Look for it. Hot shit.
This man's over here trying to be smooth like Billy D. Williams over here.
Anyway,
I don't know, but I think it's time for another beer too.
So we're taking a 10-second beer break brought to you by Heineken.
Pay us, bitches. That was a beer.
You had it last.
I don't know. Think of the next topic.
The next topic.
Yeah, next topic is find the damn bottle opener.
Yo, this is very important. He lost the bottle. DJ Dragon had it last.
Hold up, just start the next topic and I'll get the...
Alright, so this is the Prime Suspect show now. So, Dragon just hit the video camera. Prime Suspect show. I want to big it up to my family out there holding it down. Everybody in New Jersey holding it down. By the way, I don't know if he told you, but you know who's being deployed?
Who is?
Our man Tipwell. So big up to you out there, Tipwell, holding it down. We got your back. We holding you down. We're gonna send you some nudie magazines.
Word, we send you some fake titties in the mail to hold you down.
Some fake titties.
You ever saw those before?
Like actual fake titties?
Yeah, man, they sell them at the fucking at the store.
No, you know what we're gonna do, dog? We're gonna send you a Kimber dog.
What's that?
So you don't know about that. If you watch Nip Tuck, you'll know about that.
Well, what's a Kimber doll?
Kimber doll is one of those life-size. It's like a blow-up doll, but it's like real life.
Oh Lord, you're oversharing there.
I mean, I don't know. I saw it on a fucking TV show, bro.
Yo, I don't want to look through a closet when they have one of them
Shut the
shits fall
fuck
out
up.
on me, man.
So my man Tipwell is being deployed to Iraq. Big up, dog. Like I said, we're gonna send you shit. We're gonna hold
Alright.
you down.
This
We're gonna
beer's for
send
you, man.
We're gonna send you the fucking podcast on the motherfucking CD if we have to, so you can get all you boys listen to that shit, so you can get a piece of fucking home and fucking still be up on the fucking hip hop news and current events.
Word up.
That's how we do it, dog. Big up to you, Tipwell. So next topic. This is right. This is retarded. This is stupid.
You can't even
This
get the
pisses
words
me
out.
off. This next topic pisses me off.
Tell them why you mad, son. Tell them why you mad.
Dave Mays and Benzino are gonna come out with a new magazine, and they're coming out with the magazine with Wendy Williams. If you don't know who Wendy Williams is, a lot of artists, celebrities, they call her a leech because that's what she is, yo. She is this so disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a journalist, I mean,
She's not even a journalist.
well, I think she would like to consider herself a journalist. You know what I'm saying? All she does is fucking report gossip on people.
Exactly.
You know? And she be calling
It's the
people
queen
out.
of the bonchincha. That's it.
She been calling. I mean, I don't know, dude. I heard he's an asshole, but what was it? What's that dude's name? The dude that's like black and Japanese or something like that.
The guy with the eyes.
Nigga, shut up.
And he talks.
Tyson Beckford.
Oh, okay.
She been calling him gay for years. I mean, that may be true, but come on, dude. You know what I'm saying?
He does kind of look like a fruit.
Come on, man. We may have.
Hey, she just calls it as she sees
But
it.
you don't gotta be all derogatory like that.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
That's like me calling you a spit, or you call me a nigger.
Look who's talking about being derogatory right here. Anyways,
But you know what I'm
continue.
saying? That's my brother from another mother. Anyway. And what did you say the name of the magazine was gonna be?
The truth.
It ain't the truth. That's what the magazine is gonna be called. I honestly, I don't think nobody's gonna buy it. No. If they're gonna do anything, it's gonna be a gossip magazine.
Yeah, I think that's what it's gonna be. Is just strictly gossip. Because why are you gonna have Wendy Williams in there?
Right. It's gonna be a gossip
know.
magazine. So it's not that. You know what I'm saying? You know how, like, you know, artists contribute to the source, to contribute to XXL. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be like that. It's going to be...
Yeah, nobody's going to contribute to this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking Benzino and Dave Mays, they
burnt their bridges.
Oh, yeah. This shit's not going to last long
Slut monkey.
anyways.
No disrespect, JB, holding it down. But
that shit's not going to last at all, so... Well, I know this shit's going to flop. That's all I got to say about it.
So it's gonna be like a fucking a Us Weekly, one of those fucking magazines. It's gonna be
National Enquirer.
It's gonna be a gossip magazine. I won't buy it.
Yeah.
I'll buy it and burn it.
Not even that, man. I would even take it if they gave it to me for free.
I'll buy it and fucking use it as toilet paper.
Don't you think that shit'll hurt?
Fucking wipe that shit first.
Oversharing again, man. I think we need to change topics again.
So, yeah, fuck that magazine. Bullshit. It's gonna go. I'll give it a thumbs down. So, I don't know if you know, but the website, it's www.nomadzdnt.com.
Yeah, I think they know after the 5th time they heard it today.
And this podcast is brought to you by Nomadz DT. Banging it since 1998.
Okay, Billy D. Williams, keep moving, come on.
So,
Next topic.
Next topic is...
I got places to go, things to do. Let's go.
The next topic I want to talk about is the bullshit ass hip hop group called the Black Eyed Peas.
They are beyond bullshit.
When they first came out, I was like, yo, this shit is hot.
Yeah, they were actually hip hop back in the day. You know, they represented hip hop. You know, they had some good music.
They had real good music. They remind I don't want, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me rephrase this. Nobody should make anybody think of another hip hop artist or hip hop group. You know what I'm saying? They should, you know, have their own style. But when I first saw them, you know what I'm saying, I was like, oh, this shit is hot. They kind of, you know what I'm saying, a little sliver reminded me of Farside. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yo, this is hot. But then they wanted to go commercial and go pop, so they fucking got this.
Pick up the whore,
this
Fergie.
bitch named Fergie. What kind of fucking name is fucking Fergie, yo? Well, I mean, for real, what kind of fucking name is Fergie?
Yeah, it's pretty gay. But they
sounds
pick
like a fucking old Jewish person's nickname.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? They got this chick that, you know, had some alright looks. You know what I'm
She
saying?
ain't even all that. Like,
She ain't. That's what I'm saying. She ain't all that.
she's okay. She's
She's
beautiful,
alright.
but you know,
I mean, and she's
and everyone says she's like beautiful. Like she's on one of those top 100 like most beautiful women.
nah. Yo, she's old too. Not saying nothing against old people.
How old is she?
I think she's in her 30s.
Oh, this is not really old. You know?
Nah, but I mean,
I'm kind of near there.
I mean,
so.
look at the pussy. I'm talking about the day and age that we live in. You know what I'm saying? The day and age that we live in. Unless you're established, you know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. Big up to her. She's doing her thing. But I mean,
well, let's just say
hard
she's
to be
whack.
out in the game, you know what I'm
She's
saying?
whack.
Yeah.
That's it.
So she made them. You know, they didn't make themselves. She made them a commercial success. Both those, the what's that dude's name? What's his name? The dude that produces. He's like the, you know, like the main one.
The one with the dreads?
Yeah.
Will I Am.
Yeah, Will I Am. He's a sellout.
Yes, he is. Actually, he was on a couple of those Raucous CDs. You know, like those backpacker straight hip hop CDs. He was on some of those tracks over here, and this nigga's over here doing fucking bullshit with this fucking girl.
Yeah.
And then tell us exactly what happens now. After they blow the fuck up.
So they blow up, they're making money, you know what I'm saying? They're doing their thing. This dude, Will I Am's got this clothing line called I Am or some shit like that. And this bitch Fergie, she bounces on him. She fucking leaves the group and does her own thing.
Bam. Done. So what do you think is going to happen with the Black Eyed Peas now?
They're gonna go fucking down because, you know what I'm saying?
You think they'll get like another chick to take her place?
That would make it even worse.
Why you say that?
I wouldn't even mention them, motherfucker. I wouldn't give them the benefit of the doubt of mentioning them because that would solidify the fact that they're a fucking sellout.
Well, that was the formula that was working for them, so they might go ahead and just pick up another chick.
Straight bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Like I'm not too down with rock music, but perfect example. Guns N' Roses. The
Okay,
only
what
one
about
left out of, and, you know, I know that some people in the urban community, they know who Guns N' Roses is. The only one
I know
left,
who they are, but I don't listen to them.
The only one left out of Guns N' Roses is Axl Rose. Is that? Can you honestly say that band is Guns N' Roses still?
Well, still Rose.
No, you know what I'm saying? So you may have a formula, but it doesn't work. Look at Menudo. Perfect example.
You can't compare to Menudo now, man.
Menudo?
Menudo.
Is Menudo still around?
No. Well, you really thought that Black Eyed Peas was going to be around for a very long time. They had their 15 minutes of fame. Once this bitch bounced, that's it. It's a wrap. They'll probably release like 1 or 2 albums. They'll sell okay, and then after that, they'll just die out. Hopefully, literally, they'll die out.
I don't wish definitely fuck it, but
Hey, if it happens, it happens.
I wish commercial was that. hex right now, Black Eyed Peas.
Okay, they got the hex. Next subject. Come on, man. Things to do. Things to do.
You got somewhere to go, people. Can you tell?
So
the next topic I want to talk about, and to me, this is one of the most important topics, and I want Dragon to post the first part of the interview.
Well, actually, I'm gonna put the whole entire interview that we're talking about. We're gonna play it right now, so peep it. Videocast. If you're listening to the audio cast, not the podcast, the audio cast.
Before we talk about it, before we play it, I want to talk about it first. So, you know what I'm saying? Talk about it and then we'll play it.
Why don't we play it first and then we'll talk about it, you know, in case people haven't seen it yet. We're going to play it right now. Because he had that lost ass look. So we're going to play it right now. If you're listening to the podcast, audio cast.
Real quick. What we're playing.
Check the video cast.
What we're playing is an interview. Let's lead it up. We're playing an interview that Bill Clinton, and a lot of people say that Bill Clinton is the first black president of the United States. He had an interview on Fox News. If you don't know Fox News, they're a totally biased news publication, news network, totally biased. Fox does have a lot of great shows, but their news network is totally,
as far as right wing as you can think of. So
you know, it's like, to me, and I know if Non-Steezy was here, he would have a lot to say about it, about this subject we're about to talk about. But when I watch the news, I want a totally unbiased opinion. And
the news is never unbiased, no matter what channel you watch.
It's supposed to be.
That's not the way it is. That will never happen. News is always biased. Same way with the war. You know, you see war in Iraq, everything's going to be skewed, you know, towards us, where we look like the good guys. Whoever else looks like the bad guys. That's the way it is. So,
well, I would like to think that I give my opinion, but I'm not. Maybe I am biased. This is our show.
Everyone is biased. Exactly. This is our fucking show. We can be biased.
National news is supposed to be like that.
All news is like that.
Anyway, they're not supposed to be like that. And Bill Clinton went on Fox News, and you're going to see what happens right now.
Peep it. Check the video cast, bitches.
And now, our interview with former President Clinton. This week, he hosted his second annual Global Initiative Forum in New York. More than $7 billion was pledged to tackle some of the worst problems in developing countries, such as poverty, disease, and climate change. As part of the conference, Mr. Clinton agreed to his first one-on-one interview ever on Fox News Sunday. The ground rules were simple. 15 minutes for our sit-down, split evenly between the Global Initiative and anything else we wanted to ask. But as you'll see now in the full, unedited interview, that's not how it turned out. Mr. President, welcome to Fox News Sunday.
Thanks.
In a recent issue of The New Yorker, you say, quote, "I'm 60 years old and I damn near died, and I'm worried about how many lives I can save before I do die." Is that what drives you in your effort to help in these developing countries?
Yes, I really, but I don't mean, that sounds sort of morbid when you say it like that. I mean, I actually...
No, you said it.
But, yeah, but the way I said it, the tone in which I said it was actually almost whimsical and humorous. That is, this is what I love to do. It is what I think I should do. That is, I have had a wonderful life. I got to be president. I got to live the life of my dreams. I dodged a bullet with that heart problem. And I really think I owe it to my fellow countrymen and people throughout the world to spend time saving lives, solving problems, helping people see the future. But as it happens, I love it. I mean, I feel it's a great gift. It's a rewarding way to spend my life.
Someone asked you, and I don't want to, again, be too morbid, but this is what you said. He asked you if you could wind up doing more good as a former president than as a president. And you said, only if I live a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
How do you rate, compare the powers of being in office as president and what you can do out of office as a former president?
Well, when you're president, you can operate on a much broader scope. So, for example, you can simultaneously be trying to stop the genocide in Kosovo, make peace in the Middle East, pass a budget that gives millions of kids a chance to have after-school programs and has a huge increase in college aid at home. In other words, you got a lot of different moving parts, and you can move them all at once. But you're also more at the mercy of events. That is, President Bush did not run for president to deal with 9/11, but once it happened, it wasn't as if he had an option. Once I looked at the economic, I'll give you a much more mundane example. Once I looked at the economic data, the new data after I won the election, I realized that I would have to work much harder to reduce the deficit, and therefore would have less money in my first year or two to invest in things I wanted to invest in.
So what is it that you can do as a former president?
So what you can do as a former president is you don't have the wide range of power, so you have to concentrate on fewer things. But you are less at the mercy of unfolding events. So if I say, look, we're going to work on the economic empowerment of poor people, on fighting AIDS and other diseases, on trying to bridge the religious and political differences between people, and on trying to, avoid the worst calamities of climate change and help to revitalize the economy in the process, I can actually do that. I mean, because tomorrow when I get up, if there's a bad headline in the paper, it's the President Bush's responsibility, not mine. That's the joy of being a former president. And it is true that if you live long enough and you really have great discipline in the way you do this, like this CGI, you might be able to affect as many lives or more for the good as you did as president.
When we announced that you were going to be on Fox News Sunday, I got a lot of email from viewers, and I got to say I was surprised. Most of them wanted me to ask you this question. Why didn't you do more to put bin Laden and al-Qaeda out of business when you were president? There's a new book out I suspect you've already read, called The Looming Tower. And it talks about the fact that when you pulled troops out of Somalia in 1993, bin Laden said, I have seen the frailty and the weakness and the cowardice of U.S. troops. Then there was the bombing of the embassies in Africa and the attack on the coal.
Okay, let's just go through it.
May I just finish the question, sir? And after the attack, the book says that bin Laden separated his leaders, spread them around because he expected an attack, and there was no response. I understand that hindsight is always 20/20.
No, let's talk about it.
But the question is, why didn't you do more, connect the dots, and put them out of business?
All right, let's talk about it. I will answer all those things on the merits, but first I want to talk about the context in which this arises. I'm being asked this on the Fox network. ABC just had a right-wing conservative running their little pathway to 9/11, falsely claiming it was based on the 9/11 Commission report, with 3 things asserted against me directly contradicted by the 9/11 Commission report. And I think it's very interesting that all the conservative Republicans who now say I didn't do enough claimed that I was too obsessed with bin Laden. All of President Bush's neocons thought I was too obsessed with bin Laden. They had no meetings on bin Laden for 9 months after I left office. All the right-wingers who now say I didn't do enough said I did too much. Same people. They were all trying to get me to withdraw from Somalia in 1993 the next day after we were involved in Black Hawk Down, and I refused to do it and stayed 6 months and had an orderly transfer to the United Nations. Okay, now let's look at all the criticisms. Black Hawk Down, Somalia. There is not a living soul in the world who thought Osama bin Laden had anything to do with Black Hawk Down, or was paying any attention to it, or even knew al-Qaeda was a going concern in October of 93.
I understand.
No, wait. Don't tell me this. You asked me why didn't I do more to bin Laden. There was not a living soul. All the people who now criticize me wanted to leave the next day. You brought this up, so you get an answer. But you can't.
I'm perfectly happy to.
All right. Secondly,
bin Laden says
that bin Laden may have said
bin Laden says but it showed the weakness of the United States.
But it would have shown the weakness if we'd left right away. But he wasn't involved in that. That's just a bunch of bull. That was about Muhammad Aidid, a Muslim warlord, murdering 22 Pakistani Muslim troops. We were all there on a humanitarian mission. We had no mission, none, to establish a certain kind of Somali government or keep anybody out. He was not a religious fanatic. There was no al-Qaeda.
With respect, if I may, instead of going through 93 and 96...
No, you ask it. You brought it up.
May I ask you a general question and then you can answer? The 9/11 Commission, which you talk about, and this is what they did say, not what ABC pretended they said.
What did they say?
They said about you and President Bush, and I quote, "The U.S. government took the threat seriously, but not in the sense of mustering anything like the kind of effort that would be gathered to confront an enemy of the first, second, or even third rank."
First of all, that's not true with us and bin Laden.
Well, I'm telling you, that's what the 9/11 Commission
let's
said.
look at what Richard Clark said. Do you think Richard Clark has a vigorous attitude about bin Laden?
Yes, I do.
You
I
do,
think
don't you?
He has a variety of opinions and loyalties,
That's right.
but yes,
No,
he has a vigorous opinion.
Yeah, he has a variety of opinions and loyalties now, but let's look at the facts. He worked for Ronald Reagan. He was loyal to him. He worked for George H.W. Bush. He was loyal to him. He worked for me, and he was loyal to me. He worked for President Bush. He was loyal to him. They downgraded him and the terrorist operation. Now, look what he said. Read his book and read his factual assertions. Not opinions, assertions. He said we took vigorous action after the African embassies. We probably nearly got bin Laden. I authorized... No, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I authorized the CIA to get groups together to try to kill him. The CIA was run by George Tenet that President Bush gave the Medal of Freedom to. He said he did a good job setting up all these counterterrorism things. The country never had a comprehensive anti-terror operation until I came there. Now, if you want to criticize me for one thing, you can criticize me for this. After the cold, I had battle plans drawn to go into Afghanistan, overthrow the Taliban, and launch a full-scale attack search for bin Laden. But we needed basing rights in Uzbekistan, which we got after 9/11. The CIA and the FBI refused to certify that bin Laden was responsible while I was there. They refused to certify. So that meant I would have had to send a few hundred special forces in and helicopters refueled at night. Even the 9/11 Commission didn't do that. Now, the 9/11 Commission was a political document, too. All I'm asking is, anybody that wants to say I didn't do enough, you read Richard Clark's
Do you
book.
think you did enough, sir?
No, because I didn't get him.
Right.
But at least I tried. That's the difference in me and some, including all the right-wingers that are attacking me now. They ridicule me for trying. They had 8 months to try. They did not try. I tried. So I tried and failed. When I failed, I left a comprehensive anti-terror strategy and the best guy in the country, Dick Clark, who got demoted. So you did Fox's bidding on this show. You did your nice little conservative hit job on me. What I want to know is...
I'm asking a question. You don't think that's a legitimate question?
No, it was a perfectly legitimate question, but I want to know how many people in the Bush administration you asked this question of. I want to know how many people in the Bush administration you asked, why didn't you do anything about the coal? I want to know how many people you asked, why did you fire Dick Clark? I want to know how many people you asked about this.
Did you ever watch Fox News Sunday, sir?
I don't believe you asked them that.
We asked plenty of questions.
You didn't ask that, did you? Tell
about
the truth,
the USS
Chris.
Cole?
Tell the truth, Chris.
With
Did you
Iraq
ever
and
ask that?
Afghanistan, there's plenty of stuff to ask,
Did you ever ask that? You set this meeting up because you're going to get a lot of criticism from your viewers because Rupert Murdoch supported my work on climate change. And you came here under false pretenses and said that you'd spend half the time talking about, you said you'd spend half the time talking about what we did out there to raise $7 billion plus in 3 days from 215 different commitments, and you don't care.
But President Clinton, if you look at the questions here, you'll see half the questions about that. I didn't think this was going to set you off on such a tear.
You launched it set off on a tear because you didn't formulate it in an honest way, and because you people ask me questions, you don't ask the other side.
And
Richard Clark...
That is not true.
Richard Clark made it clear in his testimony...
Would you like to talk about the Clinton Global Initiative?
No, I want to finish this now.
All right. Well,
all I'm saying is you falsely accused me of giving aid and comfort to bin Laden because of what happened in Somalia. No one knew Al-Qaeda existed then. And
did they know in 1996 when he declared war in the U.S.? Did they know in 1998
Absolutely.
When he bombed the two embassies? Did they know in 2000 when he hit the pole?
What did I do? I worked hard to try to kill him. I authorized the finding for the CIA to kill him. We contracted with people to kill him. I got closer to killing him than anybody's gotten since. And if I were still president, we'd have more than 20,000 troops there trying to kill him. Now, I've never criticized President Bush, and I don't think this is useful. But you know we do have a government that thinks Afghanistan is only 1/7 as important as Iraq. And you ask me about terror and Al-Qaeda with that sort of sort of dismissive thing when all you have to do is read Richard Clarke's book to look at what we did in a comprehensive, systematic way to try to protect the country against terror. And you got that little smirk on your face, and you think you're so clever. But I had responsibility for trying to protect this country. I tried, and I failed to get bin Laden. I regret it, but I did try. And I did everything I thought I responsibly could. The entire military was against sending special forces into Afghanistan and refueling by helicopter. And no one thought we could do it otherwise because we could not get the CIA and the FBI to certify that al-Qaeda was responsible while I was president. And so I left office. And yet, I get asked about this all the time. They had 3 times as much time to deal with it, and nobody ever asked them about it. I think that's strange.
Can I ask you about the Clinton Global Initiative?
You can.
I always intended to, sir.
No, you intended, though, to move your bones by doing this first, which is perfectly fine. But I don't mind people asking me. I actually talked to the 9/11 Commission for 4 hours, Chris, and I told them the mistakes I thought I made. And I urged them to make those mistakes public because I thought none of us had been perfect. But instead of anybody talking about those things, I always get these clever little political deals where they ask me one set of questions and the other guy's another set. And it always comes from one source. And so
I really want to ask you about the Clinton Global Initiative, but what's the source? I mean, you seem upset, and
I am upset because
I'm asking you this in good faith because it's on people's minds, sir.
Well, that's right. There's a reason it's on people's minds. That's the point I'm trying to make. There's a reason it's on people's minds because there's been a serious disinformation campaign to create that impression. This country only has one person who's worked on this terror, from the terrorist incidents under Reagan to the terrorist incidents of 9/11. Only one, Richard Clarke. And all I say to anybody is, if you want to know what we did wrong or right, or anybody else did, read his book. The people on my political right who say I didn't do enough spent the whole time I was president saying, why is he so obsessed with bin Laden? That was Wag the dog when he tried to kill them. My Republican Secretary of Defense, and I think I'm the only president since World War II to have a Secretary of Defense of the opposite party, Richard Clarke and all the intelligence people said that I ordered a vigorous attempt to get bin Laden and came closer apparently than anybody has since.
All right.
And you guys try to create the opposite impression when all you have to do is read Richard Clarke's findings and you know it's not true. It's just not true. And all this business about Somalia, the same people that criticized me about Somalia were demanding I leave the next day. The same exact crowd. So if you're going to do this, for God's sakes, follow the same standards for everybody.
I think we did,
and be flat and fair.
I think we did. When we return, we finally get back to the Clinton Global Initiative, and you'll also hear why the former president says the White House is selling fear in the fall campaign.
Well, I don't blame Carl, though. If you got a deal that works, you just keep on doing it.
We'll be right back.
So that right there was the motherfucking interview.
It's the mad president.
I mean, he had a right to be mad, man. He had a right to be mad. I mean, they told him, hey, we want to give you half and half. Half the time to talk about the global initiative and half the time to talk about whatever. But they fucked it up. They did it on purpose. They talked about...
Yeah, but don't you think he kind of like knew he was going to have that shit, popped at him?
Yeah, but I mean, he thought that they would be, they would do it in the right manner. They would talk about...
Come on, man, this is Fox News, man. This is the home of Bill O'Reilly here.
Yeah, I know.
You know they would do some dirty, low-down shit like that.
I know. But when I saw it, I was like...
I'm surprised they didn't have Bill O'Reilly do the fucking the interview.
Bill Clinton would have punched him.
Man, I thought Bill Clinton was gonna knock that guy out when he, when he sat up. I was like, oh shit. I thought he was gonna whoop his ass.
Hitting his fucking paper and shit.
Oh man, I'm surprised the fucking reporter didn't do anything either.
Yo, he had a right to be mad. He had a right to be upset. You know what I'm saying? And he had a right to defend himself. You know what I mean? And he told him straight up. Like, when have you heard any person of power like that straight up tell you, hey, I tried to kill this person. Like, have you ever heard that?
Yeah, that shocked me right there.
Like, straight the fuck up. I tried to kill Osama bin Laden.
Well, he basically admitted, assassination right there. He wanted to assassinate him. That's
admitted,
not something.
He admitted trying to. You heard when he said, "I tried to." I think he said he used the word reach out, and he used the word contract. He tried to hire. You know what I'm saying? People. He tried to use the CIA. He went to use the CIA. He went to use other resources to do that. What? I mean, this is fucking real life. You know what I'm saying?
And that's crazy because that's something that the United States is not supposed to have any deals with assassinations, because they don't want, we don't want no one assassinating us. So for him to come out and say, but I tried to kill this guy.
But they're not talking about heads of state. Even though I think...
Well, he kind of is like a very big...
He's not head of a state.
He's not head of a state, but he's fucking head of a big, large, major organization.
He's not a head of state, bro.
Doesn't matter. He's still large.
It does matter. He's not a head of state. We have unwritten law that we're not supposed to kill.
Well, regardless, he went out and said, "I tried to murk this motherfucker," and that's
Straight up.
Boom.
Straight
like
up.
Bill Clinton's gangster like that.
Oh. Like I said, I never had a problem with Bill Clinton. That's why I voted for Gore. Gore should be president right now.
Yeah, he should. It's pretty fucked up. Now he's over here doing documentaries on the planet. While this asshole's over here bombing fucking people in Iraq.
How many people do you think have? How many Iraqis? I think there's just over 3,000 people that died. U.S. citizens or U.S. soldiers. Died in Iraq, but how many Iraqis have you think died?
I don't even know. A shitload. There's probably way more than we would ever think of, because once again, the news is biased and they're not going to show everything that's going on over there. So there probably was a lot of people that died for this stupidness.
Let's look that shit up right now. I'm not saying Google is dictionary or an encyclopedia, but it's pretty close. How many of these people are paying you? First you're giving props to Google, fucking Heineken, Corona. When are you gonna cut me in on some of this check? In the Iraq War. So I typed in Google, how many Iraqis have died in the Iraq War? And let's see the number. And this is information that...
Yeah, and I bet your porn site is going to pop up.
No. Iraq body count.
All right.
This is a website. This is a website. IraqBodyCount.net.
Damn. That's sad.
You know what I'm saying? And this is information that they don't tell us in the news.
Does it say a number?
Wow, this is ridiculous.
How much?
So let me just say, there's been, and I don't want anybody to die. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody deserves to die.
Except Black Eyed Peas.
My heart,
Cameron.
My prayers go out to the American soldiers that died for our country, and I value American soldiers like beyond belief. You know what I mean? But there's been anywhere between a little over 3,000 people that had their life taken for us, which I appreciate a lot. But when it comes to Iraqi civilians,
they weren't taken for us. They were taken for the president.
Come on, man. Stop that shit, man.
No. See, they weren't defending us. They were defending
America, the American flag. Don't even.
No. I'm not trying. I'm not trying to
tell that to their face. That's total disrespect, bro.
I'm not disrespecting them. I understand that they died, wearing our flag, whatever. They believed in what they believed, but we had no right being over there. They didn't die for the United States. They died for the president. They died for his cause.
Bro. Anyway, what are we talking about?
Drop your damn phone and continue on with the story, because I gotta go.
So
I got 15 minutes. Let's go.
there's been a little over 3,000 people that died, U.S. soldiers, but the civilians, anywhere between 48,000 Iraqi civilians that died.
Damn. That's sad.
I can't even comprehend that. I cannot even.
And people wonder why they hate the United States.
I cannot comprehend 48,000 American citizens die. I can't do it.
It was easy. We dropped bombs on them. That's it. Bombs over Baghdad.
It's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. So, my prayers go out to all the families that have lost people, regardless of whatever fucking reason it was. You know what I'm saying? My prayers go out to you guys.
Yep, on both sides. Not only United States, but also the people in Iraq too.
So that's our show. I hope you loved it. I don't want to end on a sad note, but this is fucking real, and you have to fucking realize that shit. But so we do it.
Pay attention to what's going around you.
Big up to Non Steezy holding it down. Big up to the whole Nomadz fam holding it down. Big up to Jenna Clips out there. You know who you are. Holla. Big up to everybody. Big up to Tipwell. Like I said, look for our care packages coming to a outpost in Iraq pretty soon. Big up to everybody. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your support. Email us. That's it.
Peace, bitches.
Have sex with Dragon's mom. No, I'm only kidding. Have sex with monkeys.
You asshole.